Richard Branson is here, and the flamboyant CEO of Virgin Atlantic is batting for Vijay Mallya, who he says averted a crash landing of Kingfisher Airlines. Branson says airlines going bust is a global problem and India doesn't need to be apologetic about it.
Branson says he's not averse to checking into India now that the government has allowed foreign carriers to invest here, although overcapacity could be a problem. In conversation with Richard Branson is our top story tonight.
What has happened is there was overcapacity, which is going to result in one or two casualties. People were brave enough to, set up their airlines. Some maybe expanded a little bit too quickly. And there are going to be casualties. To put it in perspective, India is not the exception to the rule. I once said when I set up Virgin Atlantic with a smile on my face that the easiest way to become a millionaire is to start off as a billionaire and enter the airline industry. And I just hope that would never, that was just a joke. But of the, I think, 15 American airlines that we've competed with across the Atlantic, every single one has gone bankrupt. And some of them have gone bankrupt 4 times. So I don't think India need be embarrassed about the fact that some of their airlines may have gone bust. And I think that now the Indian government have said that foreign companies can buy 49%. I think, again, you'll see that as a stabilizing factor as time goes on.
Vijay Mallya is often called the Richard Branson of India. So with that point of view in mind, where do you think Vijay Mallya has gone terribly wrong, at least when we talk about the aviation business?
He's obviously fighting to keep it flying. It was obviously very good news yesterday to hear that he's paid the staff the last 3 months. And I hope that he manages to keep it flying. As I say, the airline industry is not easy. I think he at least needs to have credit for fighting. There are a lot of people who 6 months ago would have just closed the airline down, and every single member of the staff would have been on the streets. He's obviously spent the last 6 months trying to see if there's a way forward. But there was somebody who was working with Virgin Atlantic for many years who's set up a little airline called Indigo. He seems to be doing okay. Good start.
Given the fact that you're saying that India is not an aberration when it comes to the aviation sector, and this is something that many markets have seen, what is stopping you from entering the Indian market? There must be very compelling reasons.
It's not out of the possibilities that we may do so. If we see an obvious opportunity, we'll do so. The situation today is obviously quite different than 7 years ago. You have Indigo, you have quite Jet. You have quite a few airlines that have set up since we last spoke. But yeah, well, we've got a great brand. We'll have a look.